Greetings, I'm Hondo, and this is my review of the BL-37 by Old Blood Noise Effects. And in this demo, I'm going to be using this brand new Seuf Guitars 0816, which I absolutely love. And it'll be running through the signal chain that I'm going to have on screen right now. And if you dig any of this gear, there's some affiliate links down below, and there's also a brand new discount code for Robot Dog Drums. And I used Robot Dog Drums on this song that's going to be the intro track that I wrote with MkII. So make sure you check her out too. I'm going to put a link up in the corner and down in the description. For the beginning of the song, you're going to hear the BL-37 on the bass, and then we're just going to rock out a little bit. And then after we come back, I'll show you the controls and we can start talking about some more sounds. The controls on here are dead simple. The mix knob just controls the mix between the wet and the dry sound. The volume knob controls the overall volume of the pedal. And the feedback knob controls how much of the reverb gets fed back into the pedal. The clock slider, however, is really cool. This is the control for the sample rate, and it also controls the rate of the modulation that you can hear in the reverb. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the feedback knob in a second. So this pedal sounds surprisingly good on bass. With the mix knob set a little bit lower, it does a really good job of making some ambience around the sound, even though it's in mono. And it does a good job of pushing the bass back in the mix a little bit without sucking out all the low end. With the mix set up a little bit higher and the feedback turned up, it's got a very cool washy sound, and when the feedback is up, it accentuates the modulation that's going on inside the pedal, which sounds very cool. And it gave me this like weird and like nostalgic 80s vibe, so I decided to combine it with the Chase Bliss Gen Loss Mark II, and this is definitely a sound that I'm going to be using sometime in the future. clock slider is definitely the most unique thing about the pedal. When it's in the lower setting, you get more of a regular reverb sound, and it's got this kind of cool metallic sheen to it. But the more you lower the clock speed, the more the modulation slows down, and the tail gets a little bit more drone-like, and you get this like high-end like aliasing type sound in the background, which is really cool. And also, if you move the clock slider while you're playing, you get a nice kind of like pitch drop or pitch raise as the sample rate changes. So that can be a very interesting effect if you want to use that for some weirdness. Now, when it comes to drive, this thing is awesome to pair up with drives. This is my favorite reverb to use with any kind of like high gain at the moment. It sounds really good both before the drive and afterwards. If you use it afterwards, you kind of get, you know, just some kind of space around your driven sound. But if you use it beforehand, you get a really cool, I guess what you would call like shoegazy type sound, but on bass. And it's definitely something that I was messing around with for far longer than I should have. This is a relatively small pedal, and it's also nice and light, so if you're trying to streamline your board, that's definitely a big bonus. If you want to get a kind of regular like hall plate room like typical type of reverb, I would not recommend this. This is definitely more for kind of experimental and like out there sounds. So if you're looking for something like that, I highly recommend you check this out. This thing sounds great on bass. If you dug the video, make sure you check down in the description for links to the Discord and some affiliate links like I mentioned earlier. It would be awesome for you to come and hang out in the Discord. We always are having a good time over there. Until the next one though, hope you're staying happy and staying healthy. Take it easy.